I've never done that, but apparently that's a stereotypical thing for Americans here. I don't know. They think we heat up all our water in microwaves for some reason. So you might think that you know what to expect when you come to the UK for the first time, but as someone who's been living here for the past couple of years, I'm gonna tell you, you'd be surprised more often than you thought. Hi there, my name is Mandy and welcome to the Hickson Diaries, where we talk about my life as an American living here in the UK. Today I want to talk about all of the uniquely British things that you'll be able to expect when you come here for the first time. Number 1, British people tend to swear a lot. Now, if you're from an area like New York, this may not seem strange to you at all. But for most Americans, it's usually a little bit more than you're used to. And sometimes it's seemingly for no reason. Now, you do have to be aware that the British swear words aren't quite the same as what we use in America. But they do tend to swear, like, even without being angry or upset in any way. Other times they're being a little bit playful or sarcastic, and once in a while they're actually telling you off. Just be on guard that if someone is swearing at you, it may be that you've actually not done anything wrong. In reality, it could be the opposite, like you've done something that just tickled them and they feel the need to use a superlative in order to express themselves. Number 2, nobody has guns. Police have guns sometimes in airports, or if there's a specific threat to be made at a train station, or maybe a major protest or a very, very serious incident that they're responding to. But otherwise, you're not going to see guns here anywhere. You don't have to worry about getting pulled over at a traffic stop and having the police person having a gun. You don't have to worry about having an armed policeman in your schools. And it is just overall much safer and calmer as an environment when it comes to guns here in the UK. You do have to worry about crime, obviously. Overall, it's definitely less violent than you would find in America. Very strange, I know, for any American, but you kind of get used to it after a while, and it is a much better way to live. Number 3, if someone greets you with, "You all right?" the correct response is, "Yeah, all right." That's it. It sounds really, really simple, but for some reason it took me a really long time for my brain to make the equivalent transition that all right means someone's asking you, "How are you?" And you're not actually supposed to answer the question. It's really just a greeting to someone that they don't really know, or someone maybe they forgot your name. If you're having a really good day, then you might want to push it to a, "Yeah, not bad." Or if you're having like one of the worst days of your life, then you might want to say, "Living the dream." Just make sure you do it in a sarcastic tone. But if you do that, then they'll know exactly what you mean. Once in a while, someone is actually asking you how you're doing, but most of the time, they're not looking for a dissertation. So just bear that in mind. Number 4, everybody thanks the bus drivers. Now, when you're getting off a bus in the US, you almost don't acknowledge other people on the bus. We don't really acknowledge people at all that much in the US in those circumstances for some reason. We rarely thank the bus driver, but here it is very common. It's more like an unspoken rule that you definitely cannot skip. You will get dirty looks and possibly even some of those superlatives that we spoke about in number 1. Just know that you need to thank the bus driver. You have been forewarned that you will get called out if you don't. Number 5, jaywalking is normal and you will not get ticketed for it. I know it's really strange. While I personally highly recommend that as a tourist, or if you're not familiar with the area, you cross at the designated spots and you wait for the correct lights to come on for you to cross over, just because you don't really understand the traffic patterns and you're still getting used to them. And it's the safest way to do it. But it's not at all a rarity to see people jaywalking on the regular, especially if they're local. It's not illegal, and most of the people that are from the area or very familiar with the area will participate in practice. Yours truly has definitely adopted this. I love this. I never wait for the lights anymore, especially in my local town that I live in. I get very excited at the fact that I can just cross the street whenever I know it's safe, because I'm a functioning adult, then I can make that decision for myself. I don't need a rule. But again, be careful in spots you're not very used to. Make sure that you are crossing appropriately. Just use your common sense and make sure that it's safe. And if you're not sure, wait. There is no shame in it. Number 6, If you see someone in need of medical attention or in need of some kind of police involvement, call 999, which is the equivalent of 911 here in the UK. You don't have to worry about it escalating to the point of gunplay. As we spoke about, there's not really guns here in the UK. You also don't have to worry about the fact that someone's not going to be able to pay for the ambulance or pay for the treatment or anything like that. None of that is really a factor here in the UK, especially when it comes to everyday occurrences when, you know, someone's hurt in public or something like that. So if you do see someone in need, don't hesitate, call 999. They'll talk you through it and they'll help you out. Number 7, food portions are much smaller here in the UK. There's just not that like overload of food that comes like 4 or 5 plates at one sitting, and then you get to the main course and you're like, I can't even eat anything else, and you end up taking it home and having it for lunch, or at least that's what I used to do. When you order something here in the UK, when you're eating out, there is enough to keep you going. The portions are reasonable, the portions are filling, the food is fresh, and that's all you'll need. Except for fish and chips. For some reason, fish and chips is quite a large portion. I'm not sure why, but I don't complain because they're banging, and I definitely recommend them if you're here. Number 8. If you're in an environment where there's more than one person around and you get up to make a cup of tea, it is customary that you ask everyone around you if they also would like a cup of tea, and you're expected to make it for them. But as an American, be aware that British people may not trust an American to make it properly. Don't be offended, it's not personal. They're just a little worried you're gonna do something like heat up the water in the microwave instead of waiting for the kettle to boil. I've never done that, but apparently that's a stereotypical thing for Americans here. I don't know. They think we heat up all our water in microwaves for some reason. But like I said, they're just very particular and how long it steeps, what timing the milk goes in, all that kind of stuff. So I just opt out. I make my own. I don't offer, but I also don't ever accept anyone else offering. That's how I've gotten by. I don't know if that's the correct way to advise people, but it works for me. Number 9. The sales tax is included in the prices here. I believe it's almost everything, if it's not everything. Everything I can think of. Anyway, the price that is advertised is the price that you pay when you go to check out. So there's no need to like work out an extra percentage in your head. It's the same across counties. You don't have to worry about crossing state lines and it being a different price or a different sales tax. And you don't have to worry about having all those extra coins on you or anything when you're checking out, just in case it goes over, you know, the pound or the £5 mark. Whatever it says the price is, that's what you pay, and you move on. Number 10, there are no outlets in the bathroom. This still kind of trips me up every once in a while. I don't really blow dry my hair that much, to be honest, but when I do, I've always customarily done it in the bathroom because that's what I'm used to from the American culture. But it is a safety feature here in the UK that they don't have outlets typically in their bathrooms. Once in a while, you might find a very low wattage outlet where it's just for like electric shavers or electric toothbrushes or something. But most of the time, you won't have it at all. So if you're using tools to do your hair or you need any kind of electrics in the bathroom, you're gonna be out of luck. So just be forewarned again. Number 11, queues, or lines as we call them in America. Queues are very, very sacred here in the UK. I mean extremely sacred. It's another social norm that if you don't get right, you're gonna hear about. If you're 4th in line at the bus stop, you're 4th in line to get on the bus, and that's how it's gonna go. There's no cutsies. There's no, I'm holding a place for someone. That normally doesn't happen. You will be told off if you try to get in front of someone and everyone's been waiting online. If you don't wait your proper turn, if you don't go in order, you will get told off. You'll definitely hear those superlatives, and it'll probably be by more than one person, if not the entire line, and it probably will be by the bus driver as well. And this isn't just exclusive to like bus stops or public transportation. This is everywhere. This is pubs, this is stores, this is when you're at an event. You wait your turn. Everybody waits their turn. Everyone's gonna get a shot. It's a huge thing here in the UK. You take your time, you wait in line, everyone will have a chance, pay your dues, wait your turn, you'll get where you need to go, and you'll be okay. So those are the 11 most important things I found as a tourist and a newcomer here in the UK that I think you need to know right when you step off the plane. Final conclusion, expect the unexpected and just go with the flow. That's very, very British, by the way. But if you're ever in doubt, just ask. Most people here are very, very friendly and willing to help, especially if you're a tourist or you don't know what's going on. They can tell you're from out of town. There's no need to be shy at all though. Just go with it. I hope you have happy travels. Stay safe out there. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time. I'm here to tell you, start that all over. But from someone who has expated. Hi there, my name is Mandy and this is the Hickson. You'd think I never did this before. Hi there, welcome to the Hickson Diaries. My name is Mandy, where we talk. I don't know why I still get so nervous recording. We're just gonna start all over. I hope you guys enjoy that little blooper reel at the end. All right.